What y'all on, man? Y'all tapped in with Lil Eazzyy and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Forever been stopping. He tried to come take a shot at the gang, he got put on the distraction. He get the clap when we changing the weather, you know we get slimy, we play for.
What's up, y'all? We got Lil Eazzyy with us, jumping
sir.
off the porch today.
For sure.
How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm in the A right now. I'm feeling good. For sure.
Now, what's been going on with you lately, music-wise?
Shit. I've been working with Chopsquad. We got a tape dropping 422 called Too Easy. That's really it. Just been locking in.
Love it. Now, so you know, a lot of people come on the porch and they talk about their journeys and like the different trials and tribulations that they've been through. So, you know, you gotta come up on here and do the same. So we want to get into your journey of how you got into music and also like your background and your inspirations and things like that.
Shit, coming up as a shorty, I was big on like Chicago music, Herb, Chief Keef, all that. Yeah. So like around my sophomore, junior year, I just started getting into rapping and shit. And my engineer behind me, I used to go to his crib and we used to lock in like every day after school. I used to write music in school, go to his crib, lock in and shit. Then probably by my senior year, I started dropping videos. I ain't gonna lie, I probably dropped like 5 videos. And then I met my manager. My manager was like, bro, you hard, we finna lock in. He had me do a freestyle or whatever. Freestyle went crazy. Everybody was asking for the song and shit, but I wasn't thinking like that bitch was gonna blow up though. I was just thinking like, shit, motherfuckers want the song, I'm gonna give them the song.
Right.
That shit went crazy, I ain't gonna lie. And then right after that, I had got signed.
So how long were you rapping before you actually ended up getting signed?
Probably 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't long at all. I wasn't even that 100% thinking I was finna do music for real. I was just doing it as a hobby because I love making music. But when the opportunity came, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm finna do music. Fuck it, for sure.
So I know you did have some hoop dreams. So was that what you was like, I'm finna do before I get into the music?
Hell yeah, I was thinking I was finna go to college and try and walk on type shit for basketball, but I ain't gonna lie, as soon as they told me I could go do some music, I'm like, fuck it. I ain't really wanna do school like that. I was tired of school. I ain't gonna lie, 4 years was enough for me, for sure.
Now, I know a lot of artists come out of Chicago. So just a curious question. When you are from Chicago, is it like that thing where you only got like 2 options, whether you either be a rapper or you playing sports?
I don't want to say that because I ain't gonna lie. Nowadays, like I got a lot of homies that you feel me. They own entrepreneurs. Like you feel me. They do clothes. I know motherfuckers that you feel me. Females that do lashes and cosmetics and shit like that.
Right.
So like I don't want to say it's only 2 routes, but it ain't a lot of routes to go out of Chicago. Hell no.
And you said you were like witnessing the drill era, like Chief Keef. So during that time, like what was that like? Just getting to witness all of that.
Since I'm from Chicago, like it kind of felt like the norm, but like, cause motherfuckers been listening to Chief Keef, motherfuckers been listening to Herb and Dirk and all they ass, but once they started turning up, it's kind of gave like inspiration to the youth, cause as soon as they start turning up, everybody wanted to rap. We like, fuck it, we finna get on the wave too, shit, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Wow, that's crazy. So I know when Chief Keef and them came out, I was in Texas. So you know we kind of caught on a little late,
yeah.
but we was like, oh my God, like it went from like Chief Keef, then it went to G Herbo, you know, Lil Baby. Like it just started going all down the line. How would you say the Chicago music drill scene played a part in hip hop today?
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a lot of motherfuckers kind of branched their style off of Chicago music. Like I be feeling like New York drill, shit, even fucking Texas drill, Cali drill, Florida drill, like it kind of all, I feel like it all stemmed from, you feel me, Chicago, because you can't even lie, like Keef, Herb, they kind of the originators in this drill shit, to be honest.
Right, yeah.
That's what I feel like.
Now, getting back into a little bit of your background, you know we gotta ask you, at what age did you officially jump off the porch?
16.
16, what was going on at 16?
Shit, I wasn't really trying to stay at the crib like that. I was with my homies on the block for. I ain't gonna lie. That's just what I fell in love with, and that's how I was making money. Like, it was way easier for me to make money on the block than it was for me to get a job. I only had one job in my life. It was just easier for me to make money on the block with my niggas selling weed, whatever the case is. I ain't really want to work no job. I worked one job at UPS for a week. Quit that shit. I'm like, bro, fuck that shit. I'm finna just take music serious. That's how I felt like I was gonna get out, but. I still wanted to do basketball, like that was still my passion, but I'm like, nah, fuck it, we finna we finna do what I love the most.
Now, being in the streets at an early age, what would you say were some things that it taught you?
Niggas ain't your friends. And this life shit ain't easy. Like, you gotta hustle for this shit. Ain't shit finna just be given to you. And ain't no handouts in this shit at all. That's really it.
Now, growing up, was it like a thing where you had to be in the streets, or was it just like, you know, the influences around you, y'all just?
I definitely ain't have to be in the streets, but I prefer being in the streets because that's where I felt welcome. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I felt welcomed in the streets, and that shit just where I was comfortable at.
Right. Do you feel like that's the case for a lot of the youth, especially right now?
Hell yeah, I feel like, yeah, a lot of niggas in the streets stay there because that's where they feel the safest. You feel me? That's where they feel welcomed at. That's where they money stem from, all that. Niggas wouldn't be in the streets for no reason. Like,
Right.
if a motherfucker has some shit going for themselves school-wise or whatever the case may be, they gonna go that route. If a motherfucker don't, they gonna go the streets route.
Now, what would you say is like one of the biggest life lessons that you learned?
I ain't gonna lie, just ain't no handouts and niggas ain't your friends. That's my biggest tool, you feel me? They're my big tool, I ain't gonna lie.
Ooh, I want to know what your grind looked like as an independent artist, going from independent to being signed. If you could take us through that whole process.
My grind? Well, like I said, I only dropped 5 music videos, so like, I wasn't even going straight blitz on this music shit. Like, I dropped my first music video probably 2019, 2020. The whole 2020, I was dropping music videos, and by the end of 2020, that's when I had dropped my freestyle. But like, my grind was just consistently going to the studio every day, writing music in school, writing music at the stool, writing music at home. Like, that was what I felt like my hobby was. I was just writing music. That's what I fell in love with.
What was like your inspiration when it came to you writing your music?
Really, cause I rap about the shit that I be going through at that time.
Yeah.
Like if we fast forward to the present, like I'm rapping about shit I'm doing right now. So like that was really my inspiration. I just wanted people to see where the fuck I be coming from, what the fuck I be doing, and still be myself at the end of the day.
Now, you know, on the outside looking in, your fans, like, you know, they'll tell you, oh, you hot, like you this, you that, but you don't feel it on the inside. So when would you say you got to that point where you like, we ain't regular no more?
I ain't gonna lie. It was probably the start of this year, like.
Really?
Yeah, locking in with Chopsquad and shit. Like, that kind of showed me, like, yeah, he wouldn't even be fucking with me if he ain't think, you feel me, I was hard.
Right.
And, like, just looking at the rap scene today, like, it ain't a lot of bar-for-bar rappers, it ain't a lot of lyricists and shit at my age. So I'm like, I just made a post yesterday, I'm like, somebody tell me some real bar-for-bar rappers that y'all think better than me at my age. And ain't nobody say shit, because I don't see nobody, I ain't gonna lie.
Wow, so you said you're just feeling it this year, and I know that you worked with G Herbo. So you weren't really feeling like you wasn't regular at that time?
Hell no, I felt like a regular person back then, I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Hell yeah. Shit, I had just got in the music industry, and like I said, I wasn't rapping for that long, like 2 years, that wasn't shit. And yeah, that shit ain't make me feel, like, I just felt like a regular nigga making music. But like, as time went on and I seen like artists start fucking with me, producers start fucking with me, I'm like, bro, motherfuckers wouldn't fuck with me for no reason.
Exactly. Now, I want to ask you, what would you say was like the biggest risk that you've had to take with your music, if there was any?
Biggest risk? I don't think I took no risk, but like my biggest leap was just moving from Chicago and going to LA. That shit was just a whole different scenery for me. But I feel like that was the best move, because you feel me? That's where the music at. That's where the artists at. That's where the producers at. The studios at. It just took me a minute to adjust.
So what was your breaking point that you had with Chicago to where you wanted to move?
I ain't really even have a breaking point. Like the label wanted me to move to LA, but I ain't want to be in Chicago either, because the streets, that shit was just getting bad for. And I wanted to move my niggas out the streets. Like when I first moved out of LA, I took all my niggas with me.
For real?
Hell yeah, bro. It was a crib full of 8 niggas, like, in that bitch trapped out. But you feel me? As I got older, that shit was over with.
Okay, so let's talk about it, because I do see a lot of people, you know, they be like, I'm gonna take the whole hood with me, like, but as you get deeper into your career and just realistically, as you get older, them same people kind of slowly disperse.
It ain't even that nobody dispersed, I ain't gonna lie. I was just getting older and I'm like, shit, I'm want to live on my dolo. Like, I ain't trying to live with a bunch of niggas. That just wasn't what I was on. I ain't gonna lie, but ain't none of my, like, I'm still locked in with everybody I was locked in with since a shorty. I ain't really cut ties with nobody.
And you know, when you bring your homeboys around, do you sometimes feel the pressure, like you gotta make sure that they make it, you gotta make sure that they good all the time?
Hell no, because you gotta be around homies that, you feel me, striving for themselves and got their own agendas.
That is so important.
For sure.
And so basically, that's who you surrounded yourself with, like people that was trying to get it on their own and like really establish themselves.
Like even bringing my engineer back up, like he ain't just here because he my engineer. Like he want to make his name known as an engineer. You feel me? Get into producing. I got motherfuckers that want to, you feel me, shoot videos. Like everybody can't be the star. Everybody gotta have their own lane, but everybody gotta have their own ambition and want to get somewhere type shit. You can't be around me if you ain't got shit going for yourself or don't want to get nowhere.
I do like the fact that, you know, you start out with your engineer and he's still right here, right behind you. So what was the dynamic with you two that kept y'all together for this long?
Shit, when I had met him, like, he just seen my work ethic. Like, I was coming in that bitch ready. I had my songs writ, like, I was just ready to go. And then as soon as I met him the first day, we locked in for 2 weeks straight. I was going to his shit every single day for 2 weeks straight. And he like, fuck it, we finna lock in. Then after I did that freestyle, I told him like, nigga, we finna go to LA. We finna really do this shit. He like, fuck it, I'm with it. Shit,
y'all here.
Hell yeah, we here.
Now, how important do you think it is for an artist to find like their engineer and their producer and really just find their team and stick with them instead of switching out with so many different other people? I
feel like it's more so and more important to stick with your engineer than a producer, because I feel like you don't want to stick to the same sound, but you want your engineer to know like exactly how you want to sound. So it's no discrepancies. Like, you don't want to be arguing with your engineer like, no, I don't want this, no, I don't want that. Like, he already know what I want. He know exactly how I want shit to sound. Like, I don't got to tell him shit at all. It just make the whole process easier.
Now, I do want to ask you, who were some musical influences for you starting out?
I mean, besides the whole like Chicago scene, I ain't gonna lie, it really was the whole Chicago scene, cause like, like I don't wanna, like, Chicago is big and it's like, it's separated, but we still like as a unit, like, everybody fuck with everybody. So that's really it.
And I know you said you started to take music serious with the basketball, but outside of that, what else would you say made you want to start taking it serious?
Shit, just to help my peoples out, really. I knew, you feel me, the money in this shit. That's really my biggest goal, take care of my peoples.
But I do want to know what your transition was like when you moved from Chicago to LA.
When I first moved to LA, we was trapping out Airbnbs for like a year. We had Airbnb for 3 months, switched to another Airbnb for 3 months, then we had a hotel for 3 months, then I finally bought my crib in 2021. Leased out the whole crib, then I bought a new crib at the top of this year. So I just been moving around, but like, we always got the studio in the crib. Like, I'm always recording, I'm always working no matter where I'm at. I got the studio right now in Atlanta at my hotel. Like, this shit don't stop.
Period. I'm loving the consistency here.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I know that TikTok is a really big thing right now. And so I chopped it up with my 12-year-old cousin. He told me that the youngins are strictly on TikTok and YouTube. So have you started adjusting as an artist with the TikTok wave?
It's crazy because, like, starting out, when my label was trying to get me on TikTok, I'm like, bro, I'm not finna get on no fucking TikTok, bro. What the fuck do I look like? But like, seeing how big of an impact TikTok got on the youth and just shit, even music, period, like, I'm like, bro, it's inevitable. I have to get on TikTok. So like, recently, I ain't gonna lie, I've been on that shit, but I don't even be on that shit to like promote my music all the way. Like, I feel like I don't be giving my fans enough of my personality type shit. So I be on TikTok just giving them my personality, to be honest.
I am so glad that you took that into consideration,
because
that your fans really want to know how you are outside of your music.
And it's kind of hard to give them shit on Instagram because I'm more so promoting all my music on there. Like, I want them to get the real me type shit. I feel like TikTok the easiest way.
So would you advise other artists to, you know, go ahead and hop in that TikTok?
Might as well, y'all might as well go ahead, hop on the wave. It's only gonna benefit you at the end of the day.
Exactly. Now let's get into your music.
Let's do it.
So what would you say was like, well actually, how would you say you found your style when it came to your sound?
Well, it came from me really just writing so much. Like, I probably got over 1,000 writ songs in my notes, like, and that's just for me practicing. And I was just telling him, like, when I be writing and shit, like, I gotta recite the shit 1,000,000 times so I can, you feel me, know my delivery on shit, know how I want to come on shit. And yeah, I just be trying to, like, I'm a perfectionist. I just want my shit to be perfect. So I'm gonna keep going through that shit until I feel like, yeah, this shit it. I can't make no weak shit. If I feel like the song, if I feel like the song ain't gonna be good, I cut the whole shit, start over. Like, I'm a perfectionist with my shit.
Now, I know when you dropped your project Rookie of the Year, how long would you say it took you to really create that project?
Rookie of the Year, it took like 3 months. I ain't gonna lie, I probably record like 3-4 songs a session on a good day. A bad day, maybe 2 songs. But like, I be trying to put that work in. So like when the time come, like all I gotta do is pick through the songs that I wanna use type shit. So it ain't really take that long.
And with that project, what would you say were like the emotions and everything that you put into that?
I ain't gonna lie, I put in hella emotion to that shit because I wanted people to understand, like, yeah, I be doing bar for bar shit, but I could switch it up too. And that's why I wanted to give them that versatile shit early just so they could see. So like now I've been on my bar for bar shit, and when I want to switch it up, they gonna know like, yeah, he could switch it up. That's really it.
What would you say are the pressures that come with putting out your very first project?
You just don't know what the reaction's gonna be. That's really it. Like, especially like, since I wasn't doing music that long, and I told you I wasn't even really feeling myself until this year. So like, the pressure was just heavy on me because I'm like, I don't know if motherfuckers gonna really fuck with me like that. Like, yeah, they fucked with On the Come Up, but is they gonna fuck with the rest of my shit? But the reaction was great, I ain't gonna lie. And then off of Rookie of the Year, that reaction was great. Everything I dropped, my fans been fucking with, so I'm just trying to keep up the pace.
Now, your numbers on like every streaming platform, YouTube, all of that, are extremely high.
For sure.
So basically, like, have you found out the sauce of why your numbers are like that, the way they are?
You want me to be honest? Hell no, I still ain't. I don't know why my shit. People just fuck with my shit, and I really feel like it's cause it ain't nobody dropping no bar for bar shit at my age. Like, I'm only 20. I just turned 20 last month. Like.
Oh, you're only 20?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm still a shorty and shit. Motherfucker, like, I don't see nobody really rapping like that on some drill shit. Like, you still got Herb, you still got Keef, you still got, you feel me, the OGs, but they way older than me. Like, I'm still a shorty, but I'm still, you feel me? I'm on that grind still.
So what is, okay, because you're saying that, you know, you're the only one doing bar for bar, so what would you call the trend that's like right now with the artists?
Like mumble rap, and I don't know, like, it just be a whole bunch of like noise to me. Like, it don't really be no rapping. It just be like noise, feel good music. Like, don't get me wrong, the shit hard, like, but I just don't be hearing nobody just rap, real nitty gritty rap. I don't be hearing it.
You be on that
Yeah,
drill
I be
shit.
on that.
Now let's talk about your new single that you released, Forever Been Stepping.
For sure.
So take us through the process of what it was like for you to create this single.
That was my very first song with Chopsquad when we first linked up. That was last summer, and shit. He was telling me like he been knew who I was, and of course I been knew who he was, but we already had the vision of what the fuck we wanted the shit to sound like. So after that, like after that song, that's when we knew like, yeah, we need to drop a tape. This what the streets need. But that studio session, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was just crazy because I ain't never been in a studio session like that. Like, he cooked up the beat in front of me. We both, like, you feel me? I put my inputs in on the beats. He put his inputs in on, you feel me, the music type shit. So it was just I ain't never had no studio sessions like that. Usually studio sessions be producers give you the beats, you go rap, and the session over. Like, nah, we actually built a genuine connection. That's my dog, I ain't gonna lie. I'm still locked in with him.
I think it's better that way anyways,
Hell
like
yeah.
being more hands-on with the producer. It's no way it could fail.
Exactly, it's no way it could fail. Y'all gonna get it to a point where y'all like it, and if y'all don't, y'all gotta keep working at it.
Exactly. Now, you got this new mixtape coming out, Too Easy. We gotta talk about that.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, after Forever Been Stepping, we like, fuck it, we gonna lock in. But we had a tape done last summer, but we had some shit that got fucked up with the files and shit. So we like, fuck it, we gotta start all over. We started all over in the winter of last year, and we probably finished that shit by the top of this year. So I ain't gonna lie, work ethic crazy. Like once we get in the studio, we got our concepts, we know exactly what the fuck we wanna do. Like the shit ain't take no time for real.
Now, with your music, what's been inspiring you lately?
I ain't gonna lie, being able to take care of my peoples be really inspiring me I ain't gonna lie, really. Like I wanna keep that shit going, so that's why I be going hard.
I love that, man.
For real.
I know they're very supportive of your career.
Hell yeah. My peoples got me for sure.
And with this project, Too Easy, what would you say are the emotions for this one?
I ain't gonna lie, I put hella work into this shit because I want people to really understand like it ain't nobody really fucking with me. And I ain't drop like in my last 2 tapes, I ain't dropped shit with just bar for bar shit, just nitty gritty shit. Like this my first tape where I'm showing them straight me. So that's why I feel like this shit gonna go crazy.
And then after the mixtape, when do you think you will drop another album?
I'm dropping another album this year, for sure. Probably by the summer.
I'll be trying to figure that out because I know like a lot of people drop singles, but when it comes to the project, like for you, you got one like official project out. So what would you say takes a minute for you to actually drop a full body of work?
Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie, it's been a whole year since I dropped anything. So like this year I definitely wanted to, you feel me, drill the people back into me, like you feel me, get people back on my wave. So after this mixtape, like I already got the next mixtape done. That shit done already. So it's just all about when I want to drop it. Truly.
Any last words or shout outs?
Hell no. Free my nigga Busy though. Yeah, that's really it. Free my nigga Busy, folk. Everybody tap into Too Easy though. Nah, just be on the lookout for that Too Easy and be on the lookout for the next tape coming right after that. I can't say who on it. I can't say when it's dropping, but just be on the lookout for sure.
Forever been stopping. He tried to come take a shot at the gang, he got put on the stretcher. He get the clapping, we changing the weather. You know we get slimy, we play for the chatter. Still gotta tell all my people